This Frantic Friday has been pre-recorded, so that means that currently I'm located on beautiful mountain vacation thinking about my Players Cup Finals team, which I hopefully will get some money out of. So, what's Frantic Friday about? Because I just gave you the warning that this is pre-recorded, I think I can just go on with the explanation. So Frantic Friday, unlike Troll Tuesday, we're just gonna care about creativity and not much about usability, which is what most popular content creators do. And I think I'm gonna dedicate like at least one day to this. We're gonna just throw all usefulness, all team matchups out of the window today, and we're gonna be thinking about just some unconventional stuff and if they're gonna work out in the end. Now, this time I thought about Dubwool. My friend suggested me Dubwool, so I'm gonna try to make team about it. So Dubwool, there is one job Dubwool does well, and that's Cotton Guard plus Body Press. Cotton Guard gives you, unlike Iron Defense, plus 3 defense. So Body Presses are pretty nuclear if you get one boost out of Dubwool. Normally you would run Fluffy, but I'm way too scared of fire moves from like Torkoal and some teams, so I'm just gonna run Bulletproof as a bit of a surprise factor for the memes. The rest of the meme set is Grassy Glide for more memes and Payback for something like Dragapults, since this Pokemon is quite annoying for Body Press since it's immune to it. Now, there's not much else to say about Dubwool. It outspeeds Jolly Max Speed Tornador, and other than that gets a breakpoint in defense and investment. As you can see, we get plus 2 points by going with Positive Nature at multiple of 10. Now for weavile, I just wanted to have fun with weavile as well, and naturally I just was a bit scared of Sand matchup because they got amoongusses and Dragapults, so yeah, I kind of like wanted to make this team a bit more usable, right? And weavile fits that role pretty well. It counteracts Dragapult somewhat, and you know, it completely nukes amoongusses with Triple Axle. Triple Axle is a move that can miss each hit, but in total, it gets 120 base power ice move, and that is enough to one-shot amoongusses, which pretty much means our Koza will be able to just sweep the rest of the team. Lash Out is in case opponent will try to drop my attack from, for example, Dragapult, and Ice Wind is because we're running Assault Vest as a somewhat a counteraction to Sun. You know, if they Dynamax Venusaur, we're gonna be extremely bulky with Assault Vest at Dynamax, so Ice Wind is the last move Assault Vest will probably want to run. I think there are some good coverage moves like Brick Break, Focus Blast, Full Play, but I think Ice Wind worked out pretty well for me, especially with combination with Kingler. Kingler has pretty pathetic bulk on the special side. 55-50, that's pretty pathetic. Yet I invested a bit into defense, so we take Boulders plus Max Rockfall from plus 2 turn in our Dynamax form, and we're gonna be able to get Max Knuckle off. That's pretty important. Other than that, we got Focus Sash, Max Speed, and Hyper Cutter to eliminate any kind of possibility opponent will try to intimidate us. Rock Slide is again for some Sun teams, so we can hit Charizard super effectively. Knock Off is for Pokemon like Dusclops, where we can knock off their item, especially turn 1, where when we are, for example, going to one-shot their reactor. With Triple Axle, by that I mean Togekiss, we're going to be able to knock off the Dusclops, which is going to be mega useful later. This is a pretty standard Incineroar, so we just make the team a bit more consistent, hey? We still got max defense. We're not going to be counteracting Venusaur with this Incineroar, so we're going to be, we won't need him in a lead against the Sun, which means there is no reason to survive life or max Quake. So I'm going to go for max defense investment. Burning Shells is the burn something like Cinderace if its opponent is going to choose to go for max Knuckle, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory this set. Parting Shot, very useful move. Max defense to be as annoying as possible. Choice Band Riddle Beam set. I really like Choice Band Riddle Beam lately, so I kind of went like crazy and just want to use it on his team. Grassy Glide is going to be nuclear with the Choice Band boost, and it's quite frantic and meme-ish as well. Superpower, self-explanatory, we want to hit Steel types and some Fire types like Incineroar for super effective damage. And U-turn is for gaining momentum, and the opponent might not expect that much, so I'm gonna make use of that. And for Togekiss, it's pretty standard your bulky Togekiss set. I wanted safety goggles on it, so we get extra some extra sun good matchup, and we are immunized to somewhat some kind of decent amoongusses and spore inducers in this format, like for example venusaur, as I've just mentioned. So I just want slap safety goggles on it, so sorry about that. So we are going to be having a bit of a better matchup. Protect for more memes, and some opponent might want to double target Togekiss at some point for some safe knockout, but we're going to bust down our protect and we're going to be safe for that turn. And Dazzling Gleam, Air Slash are pretty self-explanatory. Follow me, absolutely necessary on Togekiss nowadays. The spread gets a breakpoint in defense, we survive some very powerful physical hits, which might throw opponent off guard since most of the Togekisses are now very fast. Actually timid, I've seen a lot of timid Togekisses not too long ago. Actually like yesterday, actually, because I streamed. So yeah, having max defense can be quite useful because it throws opponent off guard. So yeah, that's about this theme. I think I got some kind of guide for you here. So let me just look straight up into it. Hello and welcome back to the guide I just created. We're gonna go over these matchups really fast. So we won't lose time, our valuable time looking at funny battles I recorded for you. Double weavile Rillaboom Togekiss. So we pretty much go for body press, Cotton Guard turn 1 plus fake out into Porygon 2. We're gonna be able to knock out Porygon 2, Incineroar and Rillaboom really easily. And if there's gonna be a special Primarina, we're gonna deal with that with treatment Rillaboom in the back. Togekiss is for direction and somewhat some kind of consistency in the back. If opponent goes for the Cinderace, we're gonna go over the same strategy. We're gonna Cotton Guard, turn 1, fake out the Bisharp, but then, for example, finish off things with Rillaboom plus Dynamax Togekiss. PZ good stuff, so we're gonna be faster than my opponent thanks to Focus Sash Foam Burst from Kingler, lowering Porygon's at speed to -2. So we're going to be always faster. We're also going to be going for Ice Winds. Now Rillaboom plus Togekiss should be able to finish this battle off really easily because their power is just pretty good, and Togekiss's matchup against the backup is just amazing. And we should be able to get at least one attack off on the Porygon's and before it stops Dynamaxing, so Togekiss will be able to finish it off with Dazzling Gleam as well. Slope Size Spam, we kinda lose against it if opponent goes for Hat Training plus NDD lead. So hopefully opponent doesn't go for that, since the game plan is literally going for Oxide plus Dazzling Gleam. And then we may be trying to save this with Dynamax Incineroar in the back, but I wouldn't count on it. If opponent leads with the Venusaur plus Dragapults, we're gonna go for a Dynamax on Kingler, lower the speed, go for Air Slash into the Venusaur, hopefully knocking it out or doing massive damage to it, so Incineroar plus Rillaboom will be able to finish it off in the back. Foam Burst also stacks, so we're going to be definitely able to outspeed Venusaur with Incineroar after we get 2 Foam Bursts up. Fast size spam fighting, we lower the speed enough for it to defeat this thing pretty easily. We're just going to go for Follow Me turn 1 and then go for Gmax Foam Burst. Hopefully we're gonna be able to get through this. If opponent leads with Psy Spam, we switch to Kingler and go for Foam Burst. Rillaboom, and then we go for Foam Burst. Lower the speed to -2. Standard Sand, Weavile plus Dubwool, we go for knockout on Amoongusses as soon as possible and go for Cotton Guard. Then we should be able to win. As long as Amoongusses dies, this matchup is pretty easy. Kingler is also pretty amazing in the back, and Rillaboom priorities down these things with its Drama and the Grassy Glides. It's pretty easy and cheesy. Standard Sun, we're going to go for a Dynamax on Kingler if we see Charizard. If not, we're going to see probably some kind of Venusaur plus Turco shenanigans, so we go for Dynamax on Weavile, and we go for Hailstorm, and then Crab Hammer should be able to finish off Torkoal pretty easily. Incineroar plus Rillaboom are pretty good finishers. They're mostly for the Trick Room mode if opponent goes for them with Togekiss plus Dusclops, but we should be able to deal with it pretty easily with Incineroar plus Rillaboom in the back. Yeah. Hyper Offense Lapras, Kingler plus Rillaboom. It's pretty simple to explain. We're going to lower the speed of Lapras next turn. We're going to go for Grassy Glide plus which makes 1% to Talonflame. We're going to immediately knock out Talonflame, lower the speed of Lapras by quite a lot. And then we're going to go for Max Fighting, Max Knuckle into it, and we're going to finish off Lapras this way. While my Togekiss plus Weavile has amazing matchup against the backup of opponent. Hyper Offense Cinderace. pretty self-explanatory. We're going to lower the speed with Kingler, hopefully knock out Sunrise as soon as possible, go for Cotton Guard to eliminate the threats pretty easily. Incineroar plus Togekiss have naturally amazing matchup against the backup of Rillaboom or Shifu or Dragapults or whatever. And standard terrain, Kingler plus Togekiss, lower the speed, go for Dazzling Gleams, and Rillaboom plus weavile should be able to finish it off with Grassy Lights and some kind of triple axle if they got third turn in the back. Although that will hurt a lot, we're going to be doing enough damage. Also, I would probably recommend saving Rillaboom for the backup and for as soon as possible so we can superpower the third phone in the late game, if you know what I mean by that. Just wait with Rillaboom until third tone comes out, then superpower it, and we should be fine. Cut. So this matchup guide was pretty fast, but I just wanted to spare you with the details. I just wanted you to know the matchups and how they work. Now we're gonna go over to. I'm just prepared a. Oh fuck this. 3, 2, 3. So basically, now that the guide is done, I prepared 2 battles for you to watch, and hopefully you're gonna enjoy them as much as I did. So hopefully you're gonna enjoy, and see you guys around next time. This video has been pre-recorded on Thursday of this week. Basically, I'm on Beautiful Mountain vacation. I just wanted you to have some content over the time I'm on my vacation. Another note is, I put timestamps on my videos and down in the description. So if you're bored by me just mumbling about some matchups you're not caring about, or for example, you don't want to hear about the team preview and how and why did I fuck 3, 2, 1. Hello, this is a pre-recorded video. I pre-recorded on this Thursday, so you have some kind of content while I'm on my beautiful mountain vacation thinking about my team for Players Cup Finals. Now, for those who you might not know, I actually put timestamps of the video, so if you're bored about me mumbling about the team composition or about the matchup guide, you can actually skip those parts and get straight up into the meaty and funny battles I got prepared for you. So if you are bored by this video part, just skip ahead. Especially the detailed matchup guide is kind of boring for people who are not interested in the metagame. So skip ahead if you want. So yeah, that's my message. Now onto the video. Hello and welcome to the second part of the video, where I play the fun team I created, namely the Dubwool one. Now I tried this team on my game where I was top 1000 and it didn't go too well, and I thought, well, the team is a bit more original, a bit more less functional, so let's try it on some lower ladder and maybe we're gonna have some luck with it. Because I feel definitely this team got some potential on more inexperienced players. After all, if I was on 1800s with this team on the Pokemon Showdown, I wouldn't expect any magical results either. So, but this is most likely the 1600s on Showdown, where a lot of things can work. So, yep, we're gonna be trying that on a bit of a lower end of the ladder. Now, I'm pretty sure Kingler has pretty amazing matchup here. As you can see, well, you can't very well, but I can know that this is a team with Dragapult, Colossal, Virizion, Togekiss, Duraludon, and Talonflame. Lowering the speed with Gmax Blast can be a lot of fun, so we're gonna go for that. Togekiss is gonna redirect the attacks, and Dubwool has pretty good matchup in the back, I'm very sure of that. So we're gonna be bringing that, and the last Pokemon is gonna be weavile with Assault Pass to deal with the Virizion, the Talonflame, the Togekiss, you name it. It's gonna have amazing matchup with what we have in the back, especially with lowered speed. Now, let's get into the fray, shall we? I've tested recording these matches before and I got quite a number of disconnections, so I'm a bit impatient now. Okay, we got into this lead. You know, I don't feel I'm gonna be Dynamaxing Kingler here. Or should I be Dynamaxing Kingler? No. We got a focus sash on the Kingler, so we are gonna be able to survive, for example, the max overgrowth. Opponent might be trying to throw at me here. We're gonna see. Of course, Verizon Dynamaxes first. If opponent beats up turn 1, I'm gonna be a bit worried about my opponent's sanity, because that was a very obvious follow me turn 1. Although not that obvious, since I wouldn't be able to do damage to Verizon anyways, since Kingler's move pool sucks a lot. By that I mean it does not have a physical ice move, and if I would want to use ice move, I would have to use a ice beam for it from its 50 base special attack. That isn't spectacular at all, so I won't be using that. I will be using some physical coverage with some niche uses. A light switch. Alright. We're starting this battle off pretty uncomfortably, I'd say. Yeah, Verizon's attack is very low, so it won't be doing that much damage. We are going to be proccing Defiant though with the knockoff, but we're going to be knocking off the Life Orb, so that's somewhat a trade-off that I can live with. Now, I'm not sure what's our speed on this Togekiss. Oh yeah, this is the bulky Togekiss. I just remembered. So, also, we're not outspeeding Dragapult with a Kingler, because Dragapult tends to be a lot faster than... well, if it's Timid or Jolly Max speed, it has 1213 speed. And Kingler reaches like 208 speed after a single Mark Series Stream boost. So unfortunately we are not outspeeding this turn. But we could be outspeeding Verizon next few turns. I would be pretty annoyed if opponent goes for another light switch here though. But what else would he go for? Switch to Intimidate? I don't know, switch defensive switch, and that's constructive? That doesn't exist anymore in this metagame, unfortunately. That would be a bit too constructive, eh? We do not do switches here. We do not do that here. We did that in 2018, 2017 especially. That was a good metagame, with a lot of switching and defensive adjustments. It was a healthy metagame when I think about it. And I kinda do miss it now that I'm seeing whatever the mess of the metagame is with the Dynamaxes. I didn't appreciate it before because of its mega bulk in the metagame, but now I kinda do miss it. Kingler learns a light switch, but we do not have it, unfortunately. And I'm thinking I should fix that for the stream session I'm gonna do after I come back for vacation. I'm gonna be using this theme on a stream, and I might switch some move for a light switch on Kingler. Yes, we're alive, that's perfect. Crab Hammer gets missed. That's not nice. We should be one-shotting Verizon as we are. Perfect. I was drinking to that, so I'm gonna celebrate that. Now the Crab Hammer miss could hurt a lot, since Talonflame's Brave Birds do hurt. Luckily Kingler has a very high defense stat, so we should be eliminating that pretty easily. But Duraludon is annoying as heck. Now, Duraludon, if it's modest, will never outspeed his Kingler. What's the accuracy? 90% accuracy, but 1 got flinch rate. so I'm gonna go for that. And I'm gonna go for follow me here, so I will possibly redirect the Brave Bird that could KO the Kingler. And Dubwool should be able to finish this off actually, either way, so... Okay, let's see if this is max speed timid Rollon. But they mostly require a life orb to operate correctly, so I'm not expecting that too much. Huh. It is a max speed Rollon with timid nature. Is that choice specs? No. The boost was correct, no? 50% boost. But it's not a choice specs. But it is timid natured, which is a bit confusing to me. We are on a bit of a lower end of the ladder, so I kind of do understand this. I understand this in this case. I'm just not used to weird sets like these. You know what? I want to KO this with the body press, so I'm gonna be trying to accomplish that here. Come on, go for the knockout. No. Okay. We should still be able to somewhat finish this off. Now, we should be getting Citrus better recovered here. And then we should be KOing it. No, we're not. So it will be a roll here. But the Talman is speedrunning out next turn and we will be able to KO it with superpower. If this does get the lucky roll. And that would be a bit of a shame. Come on. Okay. What kind of turn was that? Come on. Draco Meteor Miss and a Crab Hammer Miss. Oh god. But we won the battle and we didn't disconnect, so I'm very happy about that, since, as I've said before, our house is experiencing some kind of internet issues, but okay. The game denied the denial of disrespect. That is just weird. We're playing esports, alright? 2 Crab Hammer misses, Rock Slide, and Draco Meteor miss as well. Okay, 25,000. This should be easy as well. I'm not sure what that is, and I'm scared to look at what the Pokemon at the top is. If I had to guess, it's Terrakion, but let's check. Oh god. Oh god, I didn't want to check that, and it is a Slowbro. And look at look at the opponent actually putting Slowbro and Indeedee apart. So we do not notice the combo that they bring to the game. Okay, I mean, I have ran very similar strategies like that to take these Pokemon apart. Like, I'm planning to play Dedenne for another recording of the video here next to Togekiss with weakness policy. But that isn't as obvious. Like, you got 2 psychic Pokemon with one with psychic terrain or psychic surge, and you think I'm not gonna notice that? The combo potential there? Okay, that is a bit funny. That is a lot. Very funny, actually. Okay, Weavile has quite a good matchup against a lot of opponents' Pokemon. And I'm thinking Kingler will do quite well as well. Dubwool is amazing for the physical attackers opponent has in the back. And Rillaboom with Choice Band like Grassy Glide should be able to finish off whatever the remainance of opponent has. Also, it disrupts the psychic terrain, which might be very useful. Okie dokie. Luckily, okay, so, oh, wait, what? So basically I thought this was Scopeland's Extreme Speed Self-Proc on the Crocodile, but this is Intimidate, so it's not Anger Point or anything. Luckily, it's not Anger Point or anything. Now, we are going to be going for Triple Axle here into the Togekiss, so we do quite a number of damage into it. And Gmax Foam Burst should be able to lower the speed if opponent chooses to go for Max Airstream. We are going to get opponent to -1 again. because the -2 speed is higher than mine +1. You know basic numbers from 2nd grade? Yeah, we know those, so we should be good to go to understand this play. Opponent is really thinking. Opponent probably thought Dubwool is gonna be brought to this game, but I didn't go with that. Also, Kingler Dynamaxes before Crocodile, which means Crocodile is not Dynamaxing, since Crocodile has naturally higher speed. So I anticipate Duwbool to be Dynamaxing here. No. Just to follow me. What is this? Focus energy? Oh, it's a choice scarf crocodile. With close combat. Okay. Okay, but the funny part is the Dubwool has pretty amazing matchup against this. We do not have Fluffy, we got Bulletproof for some more memes. But we should be living that pretty easily as well. Especially since we just lowered the speed to -2, so which means that we're gonna get the Cotton Guard off before the close combat happens at all. And we should also be able to finish off this Togekiss with next Gmax Phone Burst. So this looks pretty good. This looks pretty fun. And if there was any doubt of me not being able to outspeed, -4 will do it, and we're gonna be outspeeding that. -4 choice scarf crocodile has like 52 speed. That's pretty low, yeah. Okay, here comes the Rillaboom, the Pokemon with a lot of fun involved around it. So does opponent Dynamax the Togekiss? That is the good question. That's a grassy seed Togekiss. Okay, but it doesn't Dynamax, so we're gonna be able to just knock it out here. These plays are a bit confusing to me. Oh boy. That is a major difference in difficulty compared to whatever I tried in top 1000 of the ladder. But we're having fun, okay, so I just can't ask for too much. Cotton Guard is going to give me +3 defense, so Grassy Glides will be just bounced off. Now I think opponent is going for... Well, what is the possibility of Dynamax in the back? That is the question. Body Press should be able to knock out Crocodile now. Do we knock out Tyranitar? Well, 2.5. Okay, so I'm a bit confused here. I should know that, but I don't. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for another cut. Okay, so I'm gonna look what Pokemon I have in the back. That's Rillaboom. Okay, I think having survivability on Dubwool gonna be a bit more important. So I'm gonna go for that and Gmax Phone Burst into the Rillaboom. In case of a Crocodile switch, but opponent doesn't switch. That's fine. +6 defense Dubwool should be able to easily solo this game now. Because the damage is just not there and we're gonna be one-shotting everything back. Unless opponent critical hits, and that's a game for you. Because we're playing esports, alright. This will do a lot of damage, but again, Kingler has quite a high natural defense. So we're living that. That's a lot of damage. That has to be a critical hit. Yes, it's critical hit. Or I was thinking like that's 4 HP Rillaboom or something. But we are living in Age of Grassy Glides, so unless you would be running some kind of troll team, I would not recommend running speed. Cool damage. That will not bother me in a bit. Or at all. Now the question is, do we want to knock out the Tyranitar or do we want to knock out the Rillaboom? The thing is, I have very short-term memory, so I don't remember what I have in the bag again. Yo, we have Rillaboom, okay. So we definitely just want to knock out the Rillaboom here. Or do we want to do that? The Tyranitar is most likely going to try to knock me out here, so I might as well knock out the Tyranitar because there is a threat of a crit here. Grassy Glide finishes off Kingler, that's fine. And the Body Press should be easily able to one-shot that. If there was any doubt before, this is a guaranteed one-shot. Even with max defense, max HP. Cool. So the Dubwool is putting in some work here. Duwbool gonna be annoying against certain type of teams, which this actually is, but I wouldn't count on it against most popular teams out there. But it can be a lot of fun, like in this situation. Okay, so that should be a win unless we disconnect. Which could very well happen now. Body Press, let's try to knock out Rillaboom. Grassy Glide, let's try to knock out a Crocodile immediately. The Grassy Glide should be actually enough to one-shot it because we got the Choice Band boost and almost max attack. And Intimidate and Choice Band cancel each other out. And we would be definitely knocking out Crocodile here. Without a boost. Now, opponent is thinking now. Is there a possibility I can win this with a crit? Yeah, if I had Fluffy, there would be no chance, even if opponent critted me. Because Fluffy does not get ignored by the critical hit boost. Cool, that's one-shot on Crocodile. And this should be one-shot on Rillaboom as well, because Dubwool is pretty fast Pokemon, believe it or not. This Dubwool has 125 speed and literally next to no investment. So yeah, that's a win, and this is the second battle I wanted to pre-record, so hopefully you enjoyed these battles. I enjoyed them actually, for once. And I think I'm gonna catch you next day, which I'm gonna get you the next Frantic Friday. I got it written on the wall here on a whiteboard. I'm not sure what this kind of day is called yet. I'm just learning it. So yeah, I'll get you next Frantic Friday live on twitch.tv, where I'm gonna be playing the team live with this, and probably on this account as well, since it's not viable on High Lantern. So we're gonna be having a lot of fun there, and I'll catch you next time. See ya and have a good time.